I usually have an extra pair of lashes, but I seem to not have it. Hello, it's me, Pichi Keane, pre-Peachy Face, and today I am doing a little Get Ready With Me face edition for the Ripe and Ready face. Ripe and Ready is my solo show, and I've been touring with it around South Africa, and you can see it in Johannesburg in the last week of November. So I like to have the cap on because it keeps my hair out of my face. You can like to start with a good base. So having recently cleaned and moisturized one's face is a good place to start. I also love to use the Salon Skin Specialist Kit Sorbet. It's a sorbet. This is they call it a barrier repair cream, but I use it as a primer. And it is crazy good at doing that.
What does it say? Skin barrier repair cream formulated for active skins with paracetamol, oat, and behavior extracts. Help reinforce your skin, protect barrier, and helps soothing your skin, improve skin tone. Was that a sentence? Helps reinforce your skins. I hate it when they have like typos on products.
Anyway, so I just pop it right on. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. And now we are ready for the foundation. Oh my God, I'm so smooth. I feel so silky. It's amazing. I'm using the HD Liquid Coverage foundation, which is, why am I looking here to do that? I must look here. I'm just popping up. Where did you go? Somewhere into the depths of the today's. We must do what we must. I like to use my, I think it's a kabuki brush. This one's called Light Beige 010. I think this was the lightest shade they had. Which maybe I don't need a lighter shade. But I have quite a strong red undertone. So there is that. It's difficult to find a shade that's right for you. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, great. I'll tell you what, this is very mattifying, which I think might be a slight problem for what exactly I need to do with my face. But if you have very oily skin or combination skin that needs something like, I actually really quite like the coverage, but you can see that's probably not my shade. I feel like there's a lot in drag that can be excused. And having the wrong shade foundation is, I think, just one of those things. Fenty's Match Sticks from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Truffle. It's quite dark, and I would not use this, I think, for natural wear, but we're doing drag makeup, okay? So it's fine. And there. I'm working it up towards the ear. So I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah? And we're gonna blend this down to create a little triangle, which is what we're aiming for. And now, look at me not do it as nicely on this side. You see, we don't really want like a thick thing there. This is much better, but we can probably figure things out. Okay. And then we do like little blotches here. And now blend, blend, blend. Jumping in here with the Catrice liquid camouflage concealer. Again, I'm not entirely quite sure whether this is the right shade for me, but we are gonna go in hot and heavy right up on the eye. Gonna go down here. I'm gonna blend that before I do the nose because this tends to dry in my experience with the Fenty Beauty, at least. It dries really quickly. And I really want to get that nice blend in. No, they have a nice little tapered tip there, which we want. Because we're gonna go in on the nose now. And I tend to start at the bottom, work my way up. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect because we can go in later and counter it with the contour. Start blending here. Now this is usually where my eyeshadow is going to go up and over. So if it goes too far, it's not too much of a big deal. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm really excited about this because I was like, usually I use powder, but as I've gotten older, the powder around my eyes tends to really crack up. And that's natural. The skin gets drier much quicker. And I'm using this creamy stick illuminizer. I'm glowing from Palladio. I like them as well. So we're looking for a highlight here. And it's got a little bit of like, it's very pearly, very pastel pink. And it's very creamy. Oh, that feels so nice actually. And now we're just gonna pat that down. I wanna do this now before the rest of the layers dry out too much because we're gonna bake after this. So I'm going to add some more concealer here. Make my little mustache, because I do have a little mustache, but also just create a little base for that lipstick to go onto, because it also, this also just adds a little more of a barrier. Because what happened last time, I'll tell you about it while I'm waiting for that to dry a bit more. I used this incredible Intense Matte Lip Pen by Catrice. This is called, in the shade Think Pink. It's real. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna use it as a base layer. And I went right in. And I colored the whole thing in. And then later when I took it all off, I had a pink stain around my mouth for that night and like the next morning, which was just not a vibe. Okay, now we're gonna blend this. Look, that's how little Homer Simpson look, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Can blend that out just a bit more. Okay. Yes. Okay. Great. Now we're going in with a finishing powder. So we're gonna leave this on for just a bit. It doesn't have to be on for too long.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna start because I can feel it getting very dry. And blend, 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 blend. As you get older, your concept of time also kind of contracts a bit. And now I feel like I'm in my early 30s, really? Yes. And it feels like time is expanding a bit more again, and it's such a strange, wonderful thing. I guess it's got to do with how much attention we pay to things, right? I like to go in with, I've really loaded it with eyeshadow. Jokes, I just haven't washed it for a while. Wash your brushes. Wash your brushes. So I've loaded it with a matte white. And I used to go in with a more structured brush, but now I use the blending brush. It's got flat hairs, and it's really quite nice and thick in terms of brushes. And this actually gives me a very good shape. So we work with space and shapes. Okay, now I go in a bit more. Dun, dun, dun. See how I'm keeping the white just underneath my eyebrow? It's because I'm gonna color that in with a darker color in just a second. And that means I don't block my eyebrows. It's because I'm lazy. I saw this thing recently, was a meme. And basically it was just inferring that all AFAB queens do their makeup like Trixie Mattel, and I had a little laugh because Trixie was definitely one of my biggest inspirations for crafting a look. And of course one tends to try different things, but as I said, once you've found a shape that suits your face, because your face is also a shape, it's easy to just sort of, depending on what your aims are as a drag artist, tend to just do the same sort of thing, unless you're like a highly conceptual, like, makeup artist. Okay, I am nearly at the point with creating the shape where I'm like, I'm just gonna accept what this is, which is, it's not very even, and I'm okay with that. Again, wash your brushes. I'm using this rounded tip. Can you see? It's rounded. It's got a round tip, and then it's quite flat. And I'm gonna use that to just outline the space of the purple. Nice. So I did ask earlier, what are you looking forward to for summer? Please let me know in the comments below, because your girl's looking for ideas, okay? Preferably out of the sun. I am really looking forward to spending some time in the Eastern Cape. I confirmed today a bingo date in Kleinmond on our way to the Eastern Cape. I think Kleinmond is still in the Western Cape, isn't it? I'm not so sure. Anyway, we'll be doing some drag bingo there on the 20th. So keep an eye out, or let your people know if they're going that side. Oh, she's really coming out now. Hi, hello. Isn't that crazy? Like a little bit of paint can make you a whole other person. Well, someone was asking me the other day, they just slid into my DMs, and they were like, I really want to do drag. No, wait, they said, I really want to get into drag. And I was like, girl, I got you. What can I tell you? Where do you want to start performing? Blah, blah, blah. Because I'm I'm a performer, and drag for me has always been about having a different kind of platform, a different way to be on stage. But I realized while I was getting ready to give all of these answers that that might not be this person's intention with or motivation, and definitely maybe not even an end goal. So I was like, okay, let's take it 2 steps back. What do you mean by getting into drag? And they actually had such a beautiful, thoughtful answer, which was that they just wanted to like play with a different channel of expressing themselves. And I think it's very much what drag is. And it really is what it became for me, even if that wasn't the intention to start with. So now we're gonna close this one. I'm gonna go over to this one. This is an older palette. You can tell. It's a bit more bashed up. This is from H&M Beauty, which is quite surprising because it's got a lot of like good stuff in here. This is like mostly glitter. You can see we love the glitter. But I also like to use this white because it's really sparkly. Wait, let me look here. Yay! And that's just gonna add some dynamic there. It went a bit over. Oh no. It's okay, we can clean it. And back to my friend who was messaging me about doing drag. They didn't want to perform. They actually just wanted to find a different way of being themselves, which I think really happened for me. Like drag helped me to realize that I don't identify as a woman. And now I identify as genderqueer, and I really only was able to do that because drag allowed me to have an experience that was outside of the norm, what I was used to. You know, like suddenly, and I chose to do a hyper femme look, which for an AFAB queen, I know that was, at this time, there wasn't a lot of focus, right? Because we had like RuPaul's Drag Race coming out, and I definitely had not, I think, consciously experienced female drag queens. Okay, so now I've gone in with this color, which is not glitter, but it is very sparkly, and it's a bit of a, what would you call that, like a mauve, a dusky rose, just to create a little bit of a transition between the white and the purple. It won't matter in just a second because we're gonna do the liner right over it, but it's just for me. Oh boy. There we go. I really like that. Like, I know that I would not go out like this just for me, but there's something about this version of the face that is just so pleasing to me. Because I always feel like my eyelids themselves, even though I have quite large eyelids, I'm always like, no, I need more space, you know? I need more real estate. So I like to use Maybelline's Hyper Sharp Liner, and this is not waterproof, but it really fucking should be. That's all it is. There's a little line. And we're gonna make a little line this side too. Just extended from the bottom one. So we're gonna make 3 lashes. The other way I do this is I go for the innermost one first, lashes, lips. This is also from H&M. This is a crazy, crazy blush. I don't even know. Would it matter? Berry pink, Pure Radiance powder blush. So I go in over here. I like to make it nice and round. Clown. And here, nice and round, but we're also like pulling back a bit. Oh, see now. I feel like maybe this cream highlighter, bless it, I really wanted to love it. I think this would probably be really good for like a natural look, but it hasn't left me with all that much in terms of the actual highlight that I really wanted. So I don't know if I'll be using that again for my drag face. But that's the point of these things, is we've got to try something new sometimes. Okay, and I also do the tip of my nose. Clown. You see? That shimmer on the bridge of the nose. There. Cute. And right over that blush that we just did. So we've created like a little color foundation for that to just like live upon, shine bright. Okay. I actually really like to do lips last, but I think, let me, where did I put my eyelashes? A little bit of mascara, just so we don't have like powdered lashes sticking out from underneath a false lash line. This is a strange situation to be in. I don't have my lashes here. I am using the Intense Matte Lip Pen again, but this time we're focusing on the inner, doing like a little, well, attempting the last little bit. And this smells really good. Catrice, come on, bring back that ultimate matte. Dramatic, lactic. It does smell so good. And I like to start at the top. Then we curve it downwards. It's so much bigger than my natural lips. Like, that's crazy, man. And then this is just a lovely base, and I'm so sad that I'm almost completely out of this shade because it's my favorite. Can you see how vibrant that is? That's crazy. Catrice. Wow. Like, damn. And the thing with this consistency is it's really creamy, and it feels like a lipstick, but it's a pen. It's a pencil. It's a pencil. Okay, now I'm just layering. And we want to create a little transition between that. But I don't want to get it onto my top lip again because, oh my god, that was so funny. And I think the idea here is to have the most intense pop of that pink to really be like in the very center of the mouth. are just working inwards. Okay. Do what you gotta do, babe. Do what you gotta do. She's cute though. Like, I think that's also the part that really rounds out the whole thing. And then great, that's it. I'm gonna pop on the wig and then I'm gonna be right back. Let's do a little transition. I found them. They were exactly where they were supposed to be, but I didn't look there. So I like to apply a very generous amount of glue to the lash line, just as you usually would. One can perhaps be a little bit less cautious with this one because it's not going to line up with my natural lash line. I'll show you in just a second. This one I'm going to put down. And then, same with the other one. So around here. And then up and over. There. Cute. Ah, and she's finished. I haven't glued the wig down, but you get it. Lashes on, lips on, eyes on. And if you are in Joburg between the 24th and the 26th of November, I am on in Joburg with my solo drag cabaret Ripe and Ready. I'll be performing on the 24th of November, that's a Friday evening at the Rand Club. You can book your ticket on Quicket or at Beefcakes in Ilovo on the Sunday evening, the 26th of November. The show starts at 8, and you can book your ticket on my website. I have the details there, or on the Beefcakes website. That's beefcakes.co.za or pichikeane.com. That's Pichikeane. I'll see you there.